Hello, I'm Abi Blakeslee. I'm SE faculty, and I just wanted to take a moment to reach out to you all. Many of you I have known for many years. We've been students or assistants, co-faculty together, and many of you I have not met. So I just want to send my respect to all of you wonderful healers in the world and share a little bit about some of the things that I've been doing during this time of COVID-19 and in lockdown. I live in Bozeman, Montana, and I have 3 little kids, so we're homeschooling. It's not faint for the heart. And also I have a husband who works in the emergency room. So, you know, we certainly have a lot of daily stressors over here. And I am grateful for my somatic experiencing tools for mentorship and work of Dr. Peter Levine every day. What I wanted to share with you is just a little bit about embodiment. That is what gets me through the tremendous amount of stress that we're carrying as a family. And it's this moment-to-moment ability to check in with my own internal sensations, my own awareness, that has really been a cornerstone of continued regulation and also capacity, you know, because a lot of the time there's no way to minimize some of the challenges that we're facing. So a couple of different things that I like to do. I often sit with my legs folded, one leg folded over the top of the other one. Sometimes it's good for me to open up my stance. So I might just put the chair back a little bit here. Sometimes it's good for me to open up my stance, but a lot of the time, this is a very containing position for me. So I'll take a moment when I'm seated in this way to just feel the weight of one leg over the other leg. But as I do that, I can also sense a little bit more into the center line. And so I reach kind of from the back of my sacrum and up through my spine into the top of my head. And I can feel that, and then I can feel a dropping in. I don't know if you can see that, but a little bit of a dropping down through the center line and then grounded through this foot. But whatever you can do to find that center line. So I'll do this as I'm sitting homeschooling one of my children, and we're practicing how many penguins jumped off of the ice ledge, and he's getting very frustrated. And I'm starting to feel some of my own frustration arise, potentially because I don't feel like I'm teaching it well enough, or it's new for me to step in this kind of role. And then I'll just drop right into my spine. I'll feel the weightedness connect me to the earth. And there's a little bit of this spreading of any of that activation or the frustration. Doesn't mean that it's not there. That's part of our life energy. That's part of the emotional life that we have. But it doesn't hold me in quite so much constriction. So I'll widen out and drop in. So that's one thing that I like to do. The other thing that I often will do is just checking in down through my legs and then up through the top of my head, as if there's a string, kind of pulling and lengthening. And that really helps open up the feeling in my cranium. You can almost feel into the top of the sky, like reaching up, not to leave my body, but just to create a little bit more space in this upper area. And then also I can do that from the back of my head. And I tend to kind of pull my eyes back and in a little bit, because I have my gaze is forward a lot. So you might want to forward your gaze or kind of drop in a little bit more and just soften through the brainstem through your gaze and then lengthen up. And that often will create a sense of a little bit more space, a little bit more capacity. And this is a really nice place to orient to. So play with your gaze, sort of, you know, how far are you out in the environment? If you sit back in a little bit more, if you pull your gaze almost back behind and allow the colors to come into your eyes, it's a very different quality. So you can explore that a little bit, moving out a little bit, moving in a little bit, And as you can see it, my eyes don't shift a lot, but it's just the perceptual quality. And you might find one place that's different or more restful. And there, I just received the environment in a very different way. And a nice fluid breath started to emerge. Last thing that I wanted to share with you, I'll often do is just noticing this backside of my body. So in the rhomboids, yeah, sort of my shoulder blades, and feeling the broadness of my shoulders and my back. A lot of the time when I feel stress or worry, anxiety, shutdown, right, it's a lot of the time in the core. So I feel that very much in my organ system. I feel very much some constriction in my chest. So just bringing my awareness to the back side of my body, the broadness of my muscles, my shoulders, my bones, and that also will sometimes just create a little bit more of a larger container. And I find that to be very helpful. Sometimes, you know, people will do the hugging, and you put one arm here and one arm here, but you know, just using your awareness as you would a hug. And there. Oh, interesting. So then I just broadened out all the way through my lower back and my rib cage. So I felt my rib cage just wrapping around my torso. So these are just things that I want to invite you to do. Take some time to notice what works for your body as you explore where you might rest your attention, what areas, what systems, changing a little bit of the perceptual quality that you have, and notice if it helps you to contain, to expand, or to downregulate. There are all different kinds of options. So my heart is with you, friends, community, family, and be well, be safe, and I look forward to connecting with many of you and when we can connect again. All right, take care. Bye now.